Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk faster, faster, faster. Gotta talk fast.
Welcome to an oral review of Archie Comics Sonic the Hedgehog, reminding you that tear gas is actually a very fine powder, and you can brush a good amount of it off your clothing in a safe location outside before dousing your eyes with water. Remember, water only. I'm Nick, and except for this intro, I wrote the script.
And except for this intro, I haven't read any of today's script. I'm Dominic, and Nick, how have you been?
I am alive. How have you been, Dominic?
It's been busy.
It's been busy?
And as you can tell by that intro, it's that time of the year again when the weather's good.
Gas.
When the weather's good and the arrests just keep happening. It's been like 3 weeks straight of arrests outside the Broadview ICE Detention Center.
That's why I don't leave my house. Can't get me in here.
Yep. The terrorists win when you go outside.
Exactly.
That's what they said back in the 2000s.
Yeah, that's I'm a patriot by staying inside.
Brother. All right, we are reading Archie Comics Sonic the Hedgehog number 45, released in the 90s. Guerrilla Thriller Part 1, written by Angelo De Cesare and penciled by Dave Manock. Some time ago, the freedom fighters discovered an ancient Mobian encased in ice. They brought him back to Knothill Village and revived him. But Moby, as they called him, was a being out of time. Realizing that Moby is an artist, the freedom fighters learned how to communicate with him and found a home for their newfound friend in the Mobian jungle. Here he's lived happily, but now that's about to change. We open on Uncle Chuck, the freedom fighters' own personal spy in Robotnik's army, eavesdropping on Robotnik and Snively. But Dr. Robotnik, many of your enemies are hiding in the Mobian jungle. It's imperative that we establish a command center there.
Snively, you idiot! You know how I hate the jungle.
Robotnik begins to tense up. Fear strikes across his eyes.
With its hot, humid temperatures and all those plants and vines surrounding you, and the wild animals watching you, and...
Sire, I guarantee you won't have to set foot inside the jungle. The eco-destroyer will do all the work. Uncle Chuck rushes off to tell the freedom fighters of Robotnik's plan. Uncle Chuck tells the freedom fighters of Robotnik's plan. They think it's a separate sentence that you wrote. They think it's a bummer of a plan. Sally splits the freedom fighters into 2 teams. Tails and Buns are one team, with Sonic and Rotor being the second. Everyone runs off to warn the Mobians. Rotor and Sonic are deep in the jungle when Rotor finds some rare berries. He stops to investigate.
I believe they're narcoleptus berries. Eating them causes sleepiness.
I wish you told me that before I started munching on them, Rotor. Sonic lays down to take a nap at Rotor's feet. Suddenly, Rotor hears some rumblings in the trees. Gorillas that are wearing stereotypical guerrilla warfighter garb surround Sonic and Rotor. They are captured instantly. We cut to a few hours later. Sonic is talking to the gorillas while Rotor is making a cauldron of stew. Sonic asks for their freedom, but the gorillas have, rightfully so, decided Rotor was too important since he can both cook and build new weapons. Sonic negotiates a trade deal for Rotor and himself. If he can bring a ton of weapons to the gorillas will let Rotor and Sonic go. Sonic grabs a wheelbarrow and rushes off at supersonic speed, right into the gorillas' weapon depot. He steals the gorillas' own weapons and gives them right back to him. A good plan? Probably not. A plan with gusto? Yes. Sonic tries giving the weapons to the... You really like that one, huh?
It was a plan with gusto.
Yeah,
it was. Man, whoever wrote this knew what he was talking about.
Sonic tries giving the weapons to the gorillas, and they immediately know it's theirs. Mainly because in Sonic's rush, he accidentally scooped up one of their comrades. Sonic and Rotor are now tied up and discussing the events that have transpired, when a gorilla guard screams out to be quiet. Chill, gorilla guy. I thought you apes were gentle and timid. So this is a gorilla talking. We were, but fighting off Robotnik and his bots changed us. Now we're tough and fearless and no respect.
That's exactly what I was thinking you were doing the entire time.
I didn't even mean to. It was just there. And not even Robotnik would dare to invade our jungle forest. Women, am I right? That wasn't a dialogue. Just then, almost as if Robotnik heard this gorilla, a giant lawnmower-esque machine is destroying the jungle, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. End of part 1.
I should have said Snively, not Robotnik.
Oh, sure.
I was just so used to Robotnik being the man with the plan. Threw me for a loop. I really like Sonic's just real chaos energy here, where they just find a bunch of random berries and he just starts eating them.
Yeah.
I'm into that.
He's learned nothing.
Yes, and that is what I like about this man. Hedgehog.
Low-key, it's actually good to have a constant.
Yeah.
It's like I might have gone on this mini rant before, but it's like Superman is a constant. He's just always good, right?
Yeah.
He's never evil except on the rare Elseworlds thing where he is, like Injustice.
Yeah, where like Lois Lane gets it.
Exactly. Superman is just always good, and everyone else works around that. And that's what's interesting. Sonic, always kind of a dumbass.
I really like this aspect of Sonic where he just really, they let him loose. They let him just kind of like fly by the seat of his pants, right? Like, truthfully, Sonic should only be like teamed up with Buns, because I think Buns is like the only smart one that could handle Sonic, and everyone else is just like, yeah, all right, do it. Let's see what happens. Like Sonic going and stealing the gorilla's own weapons to try to barter his freedom with Rotor's freedom, I think is such a dumb fucking plan, and I love it.
It's a little clever. I actually was like, oh, you know what? That is kind of a little smart. The only flaw was that they captured this quartermaster. Like
yeah,
bro, okay, that was the fatal flaw, I should say.
I feel like they would recognize their own equipment pretty quickly.
Should have knocked out the quartermaster.
That's what he should have done, or fed him some of those berries.
No, there you go.
Yeah, I just thought it was a good plan. I like the idea of Sonic screwing up successfully in a weird way, if that makes sense. Where, and then everyone kind of having to like plan around Sonic in that way.
There's a little bit of like a youthful energy there that I really like. Short-sightedness.
I've missed this.
Yeah.
I've missed this.
You got too tired of the echidna.
Of the hyper serious echidna.
Looking back on it now, it really was hyper serious.
Hey, let me tell you, part 3 of Knuckles' quest is in this one, and it's still pretty hyper serious.
That's right. Oh boy, I want to say the gag of the gorillas being gorilla fighters is really good.
Yeah, I think that's fun.
I think that has to be it. That has to be what it couldn't have been anything else, truly. And at least for this specific, I'm not saying all other gorilla fighters need to be gorillas, but give me this one group and we're good. And they did. So we are good.
And never again.
Not never again. I hope these gorillas, I mean, they didn't, right? Because it's Moby's group. And I think that's really cool.
Do you think this is a question for part 2?
Okay, fair enough.
Let's get to part 2.
But the setup of Snively wanting to set up a command center in the jungle, where it's like highly likely of them, like, yeah, that's exactly where they would be. And then that is like Robotnik's greatest fear, because that's like the jungles are maximum nature. Well,
and it does beg the question of why haven't they bulldozed this already, right? Because I mean, Robotnik clearly has the know-how. He built the Echo Destroyer, right? Like this jungle shouldn't exist.
I think it's funny. Well, not funny. I think that it's implied that every time because they've done this a couple of times. I think literally the first ever issue when they're like deploying the kudzu. is...
You mean the Crud Zoo?
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
You're right. Is them like...
Remember the fucking lore.
basically them destroying the jungle through their own means.
Yes.
So they've done it multiple times. And I know in between then and now, multiple other times. But I think it's implied that some kind of freedom fighters are thwarting him.
I accept this. I accept this.
Which is very asymmetrical warfare.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate that they're kind of portraying that. Okay, here we go. Part 2. Guerrilla Thriller. Snively has captured the Guerrilla outpost and walks up to a tied-up Rotor and Sonic. Sonic the Hedgehog! What a surprise. When Dr. Robotnik sees that I've captured you, he'll appoint me co-dictator. The gorillas captured me, Snivnose. You can't even catch your breath. Very funny, Hedgehog. We'll see who laughs when Dr. Robotnik arrives and orders you to be roboticized. Snively walks off. In the distance, we see 3 shadows. One of Buns, one of Tails, and one of a mysterious figure. Buns calls out, "Let's go!" And the 3 of them begin attacking all the SWAT bots in the area. Here, we see that the 3rd silhouette was Moby the Caveman. The 3 of them destroy all the SWAT bots in the area and free Sonic and Rotor. The 5 of them discuss on how to attack the giant lawnmower vacuum machine that Snively is driving. Unfortunately for the freedom fighters, the crew will have to do this attack alone. Rotor fed all the gorillas narcoleptus berries in the stew he was making to knock everyone out, so that Sonic and Rotor could escape. Sonic believes he can dismantle the giant vacuum, but he needs a distraction. Tails flies up to the cockpit and begins mocking Snively. While this is happening, Sonic is dismantling the giant lawnmower vacuum. Then, on top of all of this, Robotnik shows up, demanding Snively join him in his plane to watch the eco-destroyer in action. Snively goes up into the plane, and just then, the eco-destroyer collapses. Sonic has successfully dismantled it. Robotnik and Snively fly away. The gorillas thank the freedom fighters and apologize for the way they acted earlier. The freedom fighters say no worries and ask them to watch Moby for a few days. They never told him about the stew, and he's going to be passed out for a while. The end.
My biggest complaint about this comic as a whole, like as a series.
Okay. The whole comic. Okay.
Yeah. Is I feel like they can't decide if SWAT bots are a threat or not. Because sometimes a SWAT bot comes in and they're like, oh no, there's a SWAT bot. What are we going to do? And then other times they like destroy 10 of them. Like they're fucking like paper mache action figures or something.
They do have the numbers, including a dude who's really strong. An extra dude.
Yeah, I agree there. But there have been times when they're like, we can't, like, it's the whole freedom fighters. And they're like, there's a single SWAT bot. What are we going to do? And then other times, like, Sonic has just been dashing through, like, 100 of them, right?
Yeah.
So that's it. It's not too big of a complaint. It's just I wish there were 2 tiers. Like, you could clearly tell.
They made the combots.
Yeah, but they're not using them, right? And they could be steered off a cliff, apparently. I wish they were, like, quote, like, elite SWAT bots,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So, you know, spruce up that armor a little bit.
I've played too much Halo to really like, and now it's like I really, really appreciate like tiers of really good, solid enemy design.
Mm-hmm. And we don't have that here.
We do not have that here.
And that'd be nice. It'd be nice if there was just like, oh, that's a normal SWAT bot. That's not like, I mean, it's a threat. Don't get me wrong. It's not like a real.
It's a threat to like a single SWAT bot could be a threat to Tails. He
Yeah.
would still win in a one-on-one, but he'd have to catch his breath. A group of SWAT bots, Tails is in trouble.
Yeah, he's gonna die.
Yeah, Sally could take on. I mean, they've proven that Sally can like fist fight some SWAT bots, but a group of 10, that's a problem for Sally.
Yeah.
That's a threat. Bunny, Rotor, same as Sally. Maybe it could be a little.
No,
strong.
I think Rotor. Remember that one time he had that like bat?
Okay, but no bat.
Okay, well, I don't think Rotor would ever be caught without his bat, personally.
There's
but
Rotor with a bat.
Yeah.
Like,
they are 2 separate entities.
and then yeah, Bunny and Sonic are just another level.
Yeah, I just want like just like maybe a leader every time you see SWAT bots that like lead. I don't know. I don't know.
Like a squad leader.
Yeah.
Maybe some like lieutenant bots.
Yeah.
Like one that looks like a chicken, one that looks like a monkey, and one that just looks like a green tank thing.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool to have a tank leading all these SWAT bots, let me tell you.
Hey, who's the squad leader? A literal fucking walking, talking tank
With drill hands.
with drill hands
And a drill nose.
Now I'm just imagining like an Abrams tank,
Yeah.
but with like arms on the side for no fucking reason.
Where's that hyper realistic drawing where he's like a actual tank? I want to see that. I bet someone's made that.
I bet.
I feel like you would know. What is Snively's outfit a reference to?
It looks almost Renaissance to me. It could be like just a generic warlord.
I was thinking like a Genghis Khan thing or something.
A little bit.
But the
not
the
Asian
sash,
enough.
yeah, the sash really threw me for a loop. That's what the helmet looks like.
The helmet could look looks like a Mako, like a.
I feel like it's a direct reference to something.
It looks vaguely like what European armies would wear in the early 1800s
Okay.
during like levee and mass, with a sun protection in the back.
Is Snively's nose always this long?
No, it fluctuates.
It is like literally.
Sometimes it's rounder. Sometimes it's like full on Pinocchio, like right now.
Yeah, it is as like long as his arms are.
Yeah,
It's kind of intense how big his nose is.
it's kind of weird.
A little bit.
I'm not a big fan of it.
No.
I'm just gonna call this vaguely, because it's not spot on. It's like vaguely Napoleonic army in Egypt, like the Egyptian campaign. I'm just gonna call it that. It's really more so the color scheme than anything.
Sure. I believe it. I accept this as a fact. And we're not going to fact check this.
No, we are not fact checking on this podcast.
We don't.
If we want to make money as podcasters, we can't. It's actually good for us to misinform.
Yeah.
That's how it.
Right.
That's how it works.
Yeah. How do you like it overall?
Decent. Like it was a fun beginning, and it was poking fun at like the concept of guerrilla warfare. But by the end of it, it just kind of turned into a more generic. Hey, Sonic defeats Snively and Robotnik by just being fast.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Like this felt like especially like you said with the Knuckles thing, it felt like this where it is in the timeline. Cool with it. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's a fun one, but my main complaint is just, how can I word this? They bring in a past character, but they do absolutely nothing with it.
They do that. No, just say,
He's just there.
I guess you could argue that he is like Sonic, a constant. It's a caveman, bruh. He doesn't need much development.
I mean, can he speak?
That would take a while for him to learn.
I mean, I don't know, man.
It's an adult. It's not like me trying to learn Tagalog, the Filipino language now. Because when I was in preschool, my Catholic private preschool teacher brought my parents in. When I say private, I mean like private school, not like a tutor.
Yeah.
But when I was in preschool with the other preschool kids, my preschool teacher brought in my parents, and she was like, yeah, so do you speak two languages at home? Yes, we do. We speak Tagalog and we speak English. Yeah, don't do that. Just speak English. Only speak
What?
English. Yeah. My preschool teacher was apparently having trouble like communicating with me, and she assumed it was because of the Tagalog.
If I was your parents, I wouldn't have listened.
Yeah. But they just didn't. They did listen.
Yeah.
They listened to the education expert.
It's like one of the few things I know is it's really good to have multiple languages growing up because
It unlocks parts of your brain.
yeah, it's that combined with music, which also unlocks the language parts of your brain. Those are like the three things you can do to really like, it's probably why you're so smart and I'm so dumb.
You picked up a saxophone.
Yeah, I don't. I always did it by vibes. I don't know how to read the music.
I still tell people that you play.
Why? What?
Only my musician friends.
Okay.
Which are like the worst people to tell.
Yeah, because they're going to be like, oh yeah, what kind of reed do you use?
Just say Van Hoven.
Number 2.
Vanderhoven, yeah. The number 2 Vanderhoven.
Yeah.
I'm exaggerating. I don't tell people that anymore. I've told a couple people in your presence. Yeah. But yeah, I wish I could speak Tagalog. And it was funny. When I was in like high school, I was visiting the West Coast with my dad, and we were just hanging out together at, I think, either a hotel or an Airbnb. And he was like, and like, we didn't have anything to do. It was like in between visits. So we were like, hey, Dad, teach me Tagalog right now. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, let's do that. Let's catch up on the things we never did. And then he like writes some stuff down, and he was like, oh fuck, I don't know how to teach.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
He's not a teacher.
This is a profession. I'm like, yes, now you know why. Like, yeah, just say this. I'm like, I'm not understanding this concept.
Too bad.
Yeah, too bad.
Too bad, kid.
Yeah, and then we just gave up.
Should have learned this in preschool.
Yeah. Shall we move on?
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go. This is Knuckles Quest 3, A Land of Dark, A Night of Virtue. That's really the fucking name of it?
Oh yeah.
A Land of Dark, A Night of Virtue, written by Ken Penders and Ken Taylor. Art by Ken Penders.
I'm going to quickly preface this. Knuckles is doing chores for a lot of this. I don't know if I made that clear.
Yes, he is.
So that's this is also just gonna be a really long Knuckles monologue.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, I see it now. I see the like 3 paragraphs smashed together. All right, here we go. Accepting the mantle of guardian of the floating island, Knuckles the Echidna knew his life would be fraught with stalwart challenges. Ever the staunch hero, he accepted the fact that his life would be laden with peril. But when he made a vow to Princess Sally to unearth King Eggcorn's missing royal sword, not even his wildest dreams did he believe he'd end up little more than a trained seal. Knuckles kneels before an enchanting bunny enchantress. She pats Knuckles on the head and kisses his forehead. Peel me another grape, slave. Knuckles begins to think to himself, probably for the first time. So this is Knuckles thinking.
Mm-hmm.
My body may be enslaved, but my thoughts are still my own. Gotta remember how I wound up here. Think of a way out of this mess.
I was gonna say he's not as Brooklyn in his mind, huh?
That's so funny, though. It's like he actively has to think this.
Yeah.
Because most people would just think this in a millisecond. Mm-hmm. But no, he's like really thinking about it over 5 seconds of thinking in his head.
Well,
speaking in his head.
I said it as a bit, but it does kind of feel like this is the first time he's truly thought.
Knuckles begins to think about all the events that led him up to this point. So this is also, it's been a while since I've read this. This is him thinking still.
Yeah.
Okay.
I began my quest with the kid, Tails, when we traveled to Down Under, and we were counseled by the ancient walkers. Combining their vague lead with clues from my book of myths, I wound up on Mobius mistakenly battling a charlatan's liminary forces. I then got sidetracked helping Sonic battle his evil twin and Robotnik. Returning home, I enlisted the Chaotic's help in resuming my quest. Believing the charlatan's clue of the Land of Dark to be an old name from the outskirts of the island's Forbidden Zone, I ventured forth, and in a little-known, supposedly uninhabited region, I was attacked by 2 beings. Considering the ancient walkers' warnings and the way they double-teamed me, I knew they must be the sorcerer and the enchantress. Dodging the sorcerer's blast left me wide open. With one look, she controlled my will. Now I'm their servant, the first of their unwilling army, unless I, still can't overcome a spell. This is one battle that's not so easy to fight. Okay then, think. Actively, Knuckles.
Well, and also it's like he's like, in order to get to this part of thinking, he needs to think about everything he's done up until this point.
Yeah, you got to lay down the Part A, part B,
He
part
needs
C.
his context clues.
Exactly.
To get to this part.
He's a smart echidna. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, but what is that saying? This is like the smartest echidna.
That's brutal. So this is Knuckles again. The walkers said, there exists a sorcerer, wizard, and alchemist who stand alone. I'll take that the sorcerer doesn't hang with other powerful mystics. Is he say translation or is this like
no, he's saying translation.
Okay.
To himself.
Translation, the enchantress isn't that powerful and may fall to a good uppercut after all. So that means, stay calm, okay. A charlatan, enchantress, and paladin with fairness and courage thou must face. With patience and fortitude, a blade of steel thou may embrace. I face the charlatan. I'm facing the enchantress. I don't see no paladin forcing me to just be patient. Okay. So just because that was really confusing.
Yeah.
That was a really confusing monologue. Basically, he needs to do these things. Face off against this charlatan, enchantress, and paladin.
Well, you already faced the charlatan.
Exactly. And he's currently facing the enchantress under the enchantress's spell, and then the paladin we're going to get to.
Yeah.
Right?
And that sorcerer is with the enchantress. They're hanging out.
Exactly. So that's where he's at. He's stuck. He's caught under a spell, and he's in the smack dab in the middle of this quest.
Yeah, and he can't control his actions. He can only think.
He's doing chores.
Yeah, he's just doing chores. Like everything he's like scrubbing the enchantress's feet, mopping the floor, peeling grapes.
What if he banged the enchantress?
I mean, hey, that's what she wants. He's got to do.
That would be extremely problematic. That would be assault.
Hey, this is Ken Penders.
That's true.
This is Ken Penders KP special.
But how cool would it be?
How cool would it be?
No. What I'm saying.
You sicko.
No. I'm saying is how cool would it be if he wasn't under the enchantress's spell and he just put on the moves himself willingly?
Okay, Jeffrey St.
So this is you writing. Through sheer strength of will, the unyielding echidna presses on, performing menial task after menial task, the hours turning into days. With virtually all hope gone and desperation descending, as if by divine right, his faith of perseverance is reaffirmed. Wait, was that you writing or was that?
I mean, it's still the comic.
Okay, so that was the comic act.
But it was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
A wall starts to crumble, and a horse knight bursts through the wall. So this is, I'm reading for wall horse, is what you wrote?
Yeah, Wallhorse.
Okay.
We don't have a name.
Got it. Okay, so I got to think here.
You gotta do a neigh in there, like,
That was good.
but more horsey. There it is.
What ho, varlets! Did you think to forever escape the judgment of Sir Connery, the mighty crusader? Or that this evil witch's gaze could overcome my sword of justice? The horse paladin... The horse paladin holds up his sword, and a beam of light shines from it, breaking the spell the enchantress had on Knuckles. Knuckles breaks free. The waiting game is paid off. I'm free. Good job, me. This guy's onslaught distracted the enchantress, breaking her mental muzzle. Now it's time, finally, for Action City. So for the record, I added in the good job, me, but that just felt like the vibe.
That was a good vibe. You didn't add Action City, which is funny.
Yep.
This is a good line. Time for Action City. I gotta start saying that.
Knuckles proceeds to do something that, in my gut, feels racist, but I don't know enough to say it is. But with how big my gut is, I always gotta follow its lead. Nice.
It was a good line. I was pretty proud of that.
Yeah. Knuckles attempts to fight the sorceress. He grabs all of the sorceress's talismans and wraps them up in a tablecloth. Witness echidna magic and say goodbye to your toys. Showella Zombie to the land of Gumby.
Yeah.
That sounds a little racist.
Yeah, it just felt racist.
Yeah.
I don't know what just happened.
Shahela Zombie to the land of Gumby. So that's gotta be.
I don't know if I just made you say something bad, dude. I'm sorry if I did. We get canceled.
I think that's a vague. Going by Gumby, that sounds like it's a vague like Caribbean like voodoo thing
Sure.
that he just pulled out of his ass.
Yeah.
Can you type in Shahela Zumbi?
On my work laptop? All right.
No, it doesn't look like anything. Just names. Okay. All right. We'll continue. Knuckles unravels the tablecloth and all the trinkets have disappeared. The sorcerer stares in awe, while Knuckles gives the sorcerer the old 1-2. After securing the prisoners, introductions and explanations are made. And I left my post in King Acorn's royal guard when the call came upon me to purge black magic from all the realms. What about your sword? Is it the king's? No, it was given to me by my patron deities, the ancient walkers. Hey, since I'm their number one boy, why don't you get that to me over there? I cannot! No! My sworn oath demands the total purging of evil magicians before I journey the next leg of my holy crusade. But I can tell you this. Locate the evil Matthias, Poe, and Damocles the Elder, and you may find that which you seek. And, where do they hang their hats? Look not to cavern filled with chaos, but to the floating island's other caverns filled with chaos. Sounds like another goose chase, but at least I won't have to travel that far. Well, whatever it takes, I'll find that sword, all right. Knuckles' quest concludes. Next issue. Don't miss it. So I did like that dynamic of just Knuckles being like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? And this guy was on his literal high horse.
I do like that on a very broad storytelling level. I think it's really fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Because it's just Knuckles did nothing.
Yeah.
Like there was no agency there. All he did was give us a rundown of it. It felt like a filler episode of an anime.
Yeah.
Where they're like, let's just go over everything that's been going on. We got to kill time. And like,
They did introduce a new character, but it was purely for...
I don't think we ever see that paladin again.
You don't think we will?
No. I think that's the first and last time we see that guy.
That's not good if that's the case.
Because they already killed, or I guess he took the sorcerer and the enchantress.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, those are like, yeah. I don't know. I don't think he come back. That's it.
You are not feeling this at all.
No, I hate this Knuckles shit.
Yeah.
And
which sucks because it's Knuckles.
Yeah, I mean, the redeeming factor of all this is his accent.
Mm-hmm.
If he wasn't Brooklyn, I would have been so checked out. I would have been like, let's stop this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But your choice to do a Brooklyn accent has saved our podcast.
So this is a very mid issue for you.
I think so.
Yeah.
I assume you have the same opinions here.
I think so too.
I mean, I don't know. You think Knuckles got a new fetish?
There were some head pats.
Yeah, the head pat and the kissing on the forehead. It felt very sexual to me.
I like to think Knuckles is asexual.
You think Knuckles is the asexual one?
I think that would be funny.
Funny. Okay.
Not that asexual people are inherently funny, but him being who he is and asexual sounds funny to me.
I don't think he's asexual. I think he's just too dumb to like really realize his sexuality.
He's on the spectrum by way of being a fucking idiot.
Yeah, like if he
I can relate to that. I can relate to that honestly.
If he realized he could bang, he'd be banging, right? He just didn't even realize that was like an option.
Mm-hmm. By this mommy bunny.
Yeah, he's got a mommy dom fetish now.
No, I don't think he does because I don't think he processed it.
He didn't understand.
There's no blushing. He's just
there's the kiss on the forehead, and I feel like there's just like there's a little bit of a like there's something here, and I don't get it. You know,
you're digging deep for it, but I don't deny it.
I agree.
God, the way Ken Penders draws a mouth is so fucking weird.
Yeah, I wish he didn't.
Like look at that kiss.
No, I mean honestly, look at the enchantress's mouth. Looks like its own fucking character. It's so weird.
Looks like the symbol for a 70s rock band that would go on to compose the soundtrack for Armageddon?
No.
No, I'm thinking of the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Not Aerosmith.
Yeah. I was just like, Mick Jagger? What's her face's dad? I don't think that's true. I mean, I don't actually have much to discuss here because nothing truly happened. He was just mind controlled the entire time and then gave us a rundown of, hey, this is what's happened in the story. Hey, just a reminder, I'm looking for a sword, which is actually, I'm kind of glad they said that because I forgot.
I mean, sure.
Because it's been a while since because it's been a while since we've read these comics, but B, I thought he was looking for a crown. And he is, but the
now,
sword, because I actually went back and reread the issue. The sword shows the way to the crown. So he is looking for a crown.
This is the lamest Arthurian shit.
Yeah, it's not good.
All right.
So if there are any emails, I apologize. We'll get them to next week. We'll do them.
Yeah.
And that's the issue.
How many left to go?
Only 1,843 left to go. I'm Nick.
Keeps going up.
And I stream at twitch.tv/Mojosaurus. And this here is Dominic.
Well, your personal blue sky is at Mojosaurus.
I was feeling it out.
My Instagram is at Blue Collar Jazz, and you can find me on Blue Sky at Domguan.
If you like the podcast, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. You can
do that for every episode, every episode. We really appreciate it. The numbers help.
I'm blanking. Normally I can like rattle it, but it's been so long since we've done an episode. I can't right now. I need to get back into the groove.
I think I need to frame the outro for you. Like print it out and not frame it. So yeah, when life keeps going fast,
I legitimately don't remember.
You gotta talk fast
and just get through it. We love you.
We love you. Gotta talk, gotta talk.
Gotta Talk Fast was written by Nick Folkerts and edited by Dominic Guanzon. Intro and outro themes recorded by Dominic Guanzon. Gotta Go Fast originally composed by Norman J. Grossfeld, Joseph Garrity, and Russell Velasquez.
Gotta talk, gotta talk. Gotta talk, gotta talk. Gotta talk, gotta talk. Gotta talk. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast. Gotta talk fast.